What if I told you that something as small as your first 5 minutes after waking up could quietly add years, maybe even decades to your life? Sounds bold, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why science is backing this up more than ever. Hey there, I'm Dr. Alexander Mendez, and welcome to this space where we take powerful but simple steps toward aging stronger, smarter, and healthier. If you're over 60, or care about someone who is, you're going to want to pay close attention. And if this kind of content speaks to you, go ahead and tap that like button so YouTube knows this matters and more people can get access to these life-changing insights. Let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about what's happening inside your body the moment you wake up? Not just how you feel, but what your heart, your brain, your blood vessels are going through in that exact moment. You might be surprised to learn that what you drink, how you move, and even the pace at which you breathe during those first moments can actually determine whether you feel vibrant at 85 or fragile at 70. The latest research out of top institutions like Harvard and the Cleveland Clinic shows something fascinating. The most resilient older adults, those living past 90 with clarity, energy, and mobility, have one thing in common. They all adopted certain low-effort morning habits that transformed their aging process. We're not talking miracle cures or fancy supplements, just common-sense habits backed by strong evidence. But here's the truth. Most people over 65 have never even heard of these strategies. And even those who have? Many ignore them, brushing them off as unnecessary. But that won't be your story. Because today, I'm going to walk you through what top physicians now call the golden formula, a 5-minute morning ritual that could quite literally change the way your body and brain age. And no, it doesn't require fancy gear or complicated routines, just intention and consistency. Before we dive in, I'd love to connect with you on a personal level. What's your name, and where in the world are you watching from? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. This community of wise, empowered adults is growing fast, and I'd be honored to get to know you better. And if this video brings you clarity or encouragement, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any upcoming tips to help you stay independent, energized, and in control of your well-being, no matter your age. Now, to really help you grasp how powerful this 5-minute habit can be, let me tell you the story of Ricardo. He's 68, retired, former engineer from Valencia. For years, he lived a life of structure and discipline until retirement hit. Within 2 years, everything started to feel like it was slipping. Fatigue became constant. His joints ached every morning like they were rusted shut. His cardiologist delivered a sobering warning: change or face serious consequences. Ricardo once told me, "I honestly didn't think I'd be around to see my grandchildren grow up." That hit me hard. But then something unexpected happened. One of his neighbors, a retired physician, gave him a tip. Not a treatment, not a pill, just a short morning ritual, less than 5 minutes. Ricardo was skeptical, as most people are. But, in his words, "I figured I had nothing left to lose." Weeks later, he felt the shift. 6 months in, his doctor was stunned. Blood pressure, down, cholesterol, normal, heart rhythm, smooth. Even his echocardiogram showed marked improvement. And now, at 70, Ricardo's test results match those of a man in his mid-50s. "It feels like life handed me a second chance," he told me, and it all began with 5 small steps to gently awaken his body each day. Let's talk about the first one: hydration. Right when you open your eyes in the morning, your body is already in a state of mild dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. Why? Because while you sleep, your body steadily loses fluids through your breath and skin, nearly half a liter, without you even realizing it. This internal dryness thickens your blood and places extra strain on your heart and blood vessels. And that's a big deal. It's one of the key reasons why strokes and heart attacks are statistically more likely to occur in the first 1 or 2 hours after waking up, especially in people over 65. So, what's the fix? Simple. Rehydrate immediately. Before you reach for coffee, tea, or food, Drink about 16 ounces of room temperature water with the juice of 1/4 of a fresh lemon. Why room temperature? Because cold water constricts blood vessels, which is exactly what you don't want when your body is desperate for oxygen and circulation. Lukewarm water helps expand your vessels, letting blood move freely and reducing pressure on your heart. And the lemon? It's more than flavor. It brings potassium, vitamin C, and natural electrolytes that help relax arterial walls, balance your blood pressure, and fight inflammation. It also helps activate liver enzymes that flush out toxins your body filtered during the night. And here's something most people don't know. Those citrus compounds actually stimulate collagen production, which supports joint strength and skin elasticity as we age. This first-minute hydration habit can quite literally reprogram your morning physiology, from your cardiovascular system to your cognitive clarity. But water is just the beginning. To truly wake up your circulation and metabolism, you'll also need to get your body moving, gently but intentionally, within the first few minutes of rising. Because hydration fuels the system, but movement is what gets everything flowing. Now, let's move on to the second piece of this powerful morning routine, and trust me, this 1-minute habit might just be the game changer you've been missing. If you've made it this far into the video, I want to say something important. Thank you. It shows you're not here by accident. You're choosing to invest in your health, and that matters. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're still with me. I want to see who's really taking this journey seriously, who's ready to fight for a longer, stronger, more vibrant life. So let's talk about movement, specifically the first 60 seconds of physical activity after you get out of bed. This second step is what I call the circulation reset, and it's more powerful than it sounds. According to leading cardiologists, activating your blood flow right after waking can dramatically reduce your chances of stroke, improve oxygen delivery to your brain, and give your entire system the jumpstart it craves. Here's why it matters. After lying still for hours, your blood tends to pool in your lower extremities. That means less circulation to your brain, which is why many older adults feel dizzy or off balance when they first get up. In some cases, this sudden drop in blood flow can even lead to dangerous clot formation. It's subtle, it's common, and it's preventable. Researchers at Johns Hopkins have confirmed that if blood isn't properly redistributed after waking, your day begins with a kind of sluggish, compressed circulation. Blood vessels stay constricted, and your brain operates on a temporary oxygen shortage. Not exactly the best way to start the morning. That's where this 60-second movement sequence comes in. Dr. Elena Torres, a specialist in senior vascular health, states that just 1 minute of targeted movement can boost cerebral blood flow by up to 40%. That's right, 40%. The benefits: fewer dizzy spells, a sharper mind, better balance, and reduced risk of stroke or blood clots. You don't need any equipment, no fancy routines, you don't even have to leave your bedroom. All it takes is intention. Here's what to do. The moment you stand up, plant your feet shoulder-width apart. Raise both arms above your head slowly as you inhale deeply through your nose. Then lower them gently as you exhale through your mouth. Next, rotate your shoulders back 5 times. Smooth, relaxed movements. And then forward 5 times. Finally, perform 10 heel raises. Just lift your heels off the ground, hold for a second, then lower them slowly. These small movements act like a natural pump, pushing blood from your legs back toward your heart and brain. It only takes a minute, but the difference it can make is felt for hours. You'll notice your body warming up, your mind clearing, and that sluggish, groggy feeling starting to fade. You're literally turning your body's ignition switch on, without pills, without stimulants. And here's a bonus benefit most people overlook. These movements also activate your lymphatic system. Unlike your circulatory system, which has the heart to keep things moving, your lymphatic system has no built-in pump. It relies entirely on muscle movement to transport lymph fluid, which plays a crucial role in eliminating toxins and supporting immune function. So, with just a few simple stretches and lifts, you're not only energizing your heart and brain, You're detoxifying your body and fortifying your immune defenses. Now that your body is hydrated and your blood is flowing, you're in the perfect state to absorb nutrients. But, and this is where most people unknowingly sabotage their health, if you skip protein in the first 30 minutes after waking, your body may start breaking down its own muscle tissue to create energy. This silent process, called catabolism, is incredibly common in people over 65, even those who eat well later in the day. That's why the next step in our 5-minute morning formula is what I call protein timing. And trust me, the timing here is just as important as the protein itself. Studies from the National Institute on Aging reveal that aging bodies naturally shift into a faster rate of muscle breakdown during the early hours of the day. If you don't intervene quickly with a source of high-quality protein, your body starts drawing energy from your own muscle stores, leading to gradual strength loss, a weakened immune system, and a higher risk of falls or frailty. According to geriatric nutrition expert Dr. Rebecca Fleming, adults over 65 who consume 25 to 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking experience 64% less muscle loss over 5 years compared to those who delay or skip breakfast. That's massive. So what should you eat? It's simpler than you think. A high-quality whey protein shake, 4 to 5 egg whites with 1 whole egg, or a bowl of Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder. If you're vegetarian, go for soft tofu, cottage cheese, or a clean plant-based protein made from pea and rice. The key isn't the source, it's the timing. Eat it early. Eat it consistently. If you've ever felt like you're eating healthy but still feel weaker each year, this might be the hidden reason why. By shifting your protein intake to the very start of the day, you can support stronger muscles, better energy, more stable joints, improved cognitive function, and even a healthier cardiovascular system. Morning protein also plays a big role in appetite control. Studies show that early protein intake stabilizes blood sugar levels, curbs cravings, and reduces the urge to overeat at lunch and dinner. That's especially important for older adults managing weight, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes. So think about this. By doing just 3 simple things, drinking lemon water, getting your blood moving, and fueling your muscles early, you're setting up your entire day, and possibly your entire future, for strength, clarity, and resilience. Ready for the next piece of the puzzle? Let's talk about something most people ignore until it's too late. Here's a little-known truth. One of the biggest reasons older adults struggle with stiffness, reduced mobility, and even dangerous falls has nothing to do with age itself. It has everything to do with what they're not doing in the first few minutes after waking up. And that's why Element 4 might be the missing piece you've been looking for. Are you still watching? If you're here with me right now, I want to thank you. Seriously, your dedication means everything. You're proving to yourself and to the people around you that your health is worth investing in. Drop a number 3 in the comments so I know you're still here with me. And if this video has given you even one helpful insight, hit that like button and share it with someone you care about. Because these small actions can spark real change, for you and for others. So let's dive into Element 4, the 90-second mobility sequence. After a full night of stillness, it's not just your blood that slows down. Your joints, tendons, and muscles become stiff, tight, and far less responsive. And this lack of mobility? It's one of the biggest hidden threats to independence in later life. Simple movements, bending to pick something up, twisting to look behind you, or getting out of bed too quickly, can suddenly turn into moments of pain, strain, or worse, serious injury. Every year, thousands of older adults lose their independence not because of illness, but because of completely avoidable falls, joint damage, or chronic pain caused by skipping warm-up movements in the morning. Here's what the experts say. Orthopedic specialists at the Mayo Clinic explain that during sleep, the protective fluid inside your joints, called synovial fluid, thickens. And if you start moving without loosening it up first, your joints experience higher friction. That means more wear and tear with each step, which over time can lead to arthritis, reduced flexibility, and even permanent joint degeneration. But don't worry, the fix is simple. Right after you complete your circulation reset from earlier, take an additional 90 seconds to go through this gentle, science-backed mobility sequence that helps lubricate your joints and engage your key muscle groups. Here's what to do. Start by sitting on the edge of your bed. Begin with your ankles. Rotate each foot 10 times clockwise, then 10 times counterclockwise. This helps activate circulation in your lower limbs and primes the joints for safe movement. Next, gently rotate each knee in small circles, about 10 rotations per side. Feel the movement. Go slow and stay relaxed. Now, stand up. Hold on to a stable surface like your bed frame or a sturdy chair. Lean your upper body gently from side to side, 5 times on each side. Then, slowly twist your torso left and right, no jerking, just controlled movement. And to finish, roll your shoulders backward 10 times with deep, relaxed breathing. That's it. Less than 2 minutes, but the benefits last for hours. This little ritual gets your joints moving smoothly, reduces morning stiffness, improves balance, and lowers your risk of falling significantly, especially if you've had back issues, knee pain, or spinal challenges in the past. And there's a hidden bonus most people don't realize. Mobility exercises also directly influence your mood. That's right. When you move your body, you release endorphins, natural brain chemicals that elevate your sense of well-being. These feel-good hormones help you shake off lingering anxiety or depression that can creep in during the early hours, especially for older adults living alone or dealing with loss, fatigue, or isolation. On top of that, this mobility ritual acts as a bridge between rest and action. It gives your mind time to transition, your body time to warm up, and your spirit time to align before the demands of the day begin. It's like tuning your instrument before a performance. You're not just avoiding injury, you're setting the tone for how you want to live. So now your body is hydrated, your blood is flowing, your muscles are fueled, and your joints are prepped. But we're not done yet. There's one final step, and it might just be the most important of all: waking up your mind. Because let's be honest, if your brain feels foggy, distracted, or disconnected, it doesn't matter how healthy your body is. You can't enjoy life if you're not mentally present for it. So here's element 5, the mental clarity exercise. This one has nothing to do with stretching or movement, but everything to do with the organ that defines your experience of the world, your brain. Most people believe cognitive decline is inevitable after 65, but the science says otherwise. Studies from Stanford's Center for Brain Longevity have shown that the first 30 minutes of your morning represent a golden opportunity to strengthen your memory, attention, and mental agility. How? Through a simple mental technique that stimulates the production of a protein called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of it like fertilizer for your neurons. It helps you grow new brain cells and forge stronger connections between them. And here's the best part. You don't need to memorize poetry or solve calculus problems to activate it. All you need is 1 minute of focused memory recall. Here's how it works. After your mobility sequence, sit comfortably. Close your eyes and begin mentally reviewing your previous day, but in reverse. Start with your evening. What did you eat for dinner? Who did you talk to? What were you wearing? Then go back to the afternoon, then the morning. What were the small details? Where did you go? How did you feel? Once this gets easy, try recalling 2 days back or adding more specifics. The smell of your breakfast. The clothes someone else wore. The weather. This simple daily exercise has been shown to slow age-related cognitive decline and preserve mental sharpness well into your 80s and 90s. In fact, people who regularly do this often score as mentally sharp as individuals 10 to 20 years younger. Even more exciting, this routine strengthens what neuroscientists call your cognitive reserve, your brain's ability to find new pathways when others begin to fail. That means if you ever experience brain aging or neurological stress, your mind is better equipped to adapt and keep functioning normally. And when you pair this mental workout with proper hydration, movement, and nutrition, the effects multiply. It becomes a full-body, full-mind synergy that empowers you not just to live longer, but to live better. So what do you say? Are you ready to make these 5 minutes the most powerful part of your day? Because if you are, you're not just changing your morning routine, you're shaping your future. Let me know in the comments which of these 5 habits you're most excited to start tomorrow. And if you are already doing some of them, share your experience. I want to hear how it's changed your life. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that honors your body, sharpens your mind, and fuels your spirit, one day at a time. Once your brain is freshly hydrated and fully oxygenated, something incredible happens. It becomes far more responsive to cognitive challenges. That means your morning mental exercise doesn't just work, it works better. Sharper focus, faster recall, better mood. It all begins with giving your brain the fuel it needs before you ask it to perform. And now, my friends, we've arrived at the heart of today's message. Just 5 minutes, 5 intentional steps. That's all it takes to build a foundation for a longer, healthier, and more independent life. Well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. We've covered it all: proper hydration, early circulation activation, timely protein intake, joint mobility, and mental clarity. Each one might sound simple on its own, but when practiced together, they form a routine that has the power to transform how you age, how you feel, and how you live each day. I know. It might sound too easy, but here's the truth. It's often the small, overlooked actions, the ones that don't make headlines or go viral, that end up having the biggest long-term impact. That's why most people miss them. And sadly, that's why so many older adults fall into dependency, losing strength, clarity, and control little by little. But a small, determined group, they do things differently. They stay sharp. They stay strong. They stay free, mentally, physically, emotionally, well into their 90s. And if you ask me what makes the real difference in longevity, I won't mention prescriptions or procedures. I'll talk about habits, consistent, daily, repeatable habits. And your morning, that's where it all begins. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, before the world pulls at your attention, try these 5 steps. Just start. You don't need to flip your life upside down overnight. Just shift how you begin your day. If what you've learned today resonated with you, even just one part of it, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more than you know. And in the comments, I want you to tell me, which of these 5 elements are you going to start with tomorrow? Hydration, gentle movement, a little protein? Share your thoughts. I read every single one. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a practical, powerful tip to help you stay strong, vibrant, and in control of your health journey. Before we go, let me leave you with this. If there's someone in your life, your parents, your grandparents, a neighbor, a friend, someone over 65 who you care about deeply, share this video with them. You might not just be giving them advice. You might be handing them a second chance at freedom, at clarity, at living rather than just surviving. Sometimes the most meaningful gifts come in the form of quiet habits. And these 5 minutes each morning? They might just be the most valuable gift you've ever passed along.